Good day, students. Saira. My name is Smita Raj, and I am going to teach you the subject of computers for this academic year 21-22. Last year, you had completed MS Office package of MS Excel in detail, and this year we have got a new set of softwares and very different types of lessons which we are going to teach you. And for that purpose, this year's book is of computer is the Gigabyte IT Planet book. Now this Gigabyte book will be available to you along with it is given in your book list of books. So you can buy it from the vendor along with your other books. Now let us go into what are the contents that we are going to learn in this academic year in 7th standard. So first, our first chapter is on computer virus. Next is number systems. And then we have got some very interesting animation package called as the Photoshop, which will be covering the 3rd, 4th and 5th chapter. Then we have got some theory chapters on internet, that is what are the ethics and safeguarding how to do on internet. And we have got introduction to HTML programming, 2 chapters on HTML and 1 chapter on introduction to Access, which is a MS Office suite, part of an MS Office suite. So here you see with this particular type of a content, we are covering animations, HTML, Access as well as some good theory topics throughout this academic year. So I hope you are all ready and geared up to start this new academic session, today being our first class. Now along with your classes, that is your video lessons, I will also be conducting live sessions for you on alternate weeks where we can explain and you can ask all your doubts and whatever you have regarding the videos, as well as I'll be giving you more demonstrations and practicals in the live sessions. So this will be on alternate weeks. The timetable we will be giving it to you. The Zoom links will be sent to you by your class teacher. So let us now dive into our first chapter, that is chapter on computer virus. We start with chapter which is the chapter on virus. So computer virus is our first chapter and we are going to understand what is computer virus. Now what is the meaning of a virus? The first chapter is computer viruses. So what does virus full form stand for? It stands for Vital Information Resources Under Siege. Okay, so VIRUS, that is virus is vital information resource under siege. That means whatever are your important data that you have inside your computer, that is under an attack or a siege by a particular virus. Now you must be very familiar with this word virus now, continuously going on everywhere because COVID virus and the virus infection, and you see how the virus infection is spreading all around the world. Okay, now COVID, that is coronavirus, is the one which is spreading all around and it gets infected from one person to the other person to the other person very quickly, and it is causing great damage to everybody. Isn't it what is happening in today's world? In the same way, virus on a computer system also creates havoc among the computer users. So we are now going to understand in depth what are computer viruses. Now a computer virus is a program which is created deliberately to damage very critical information and data. So this virus, unlike the virus, the COVID virus, which makes you sick and you are hospitalized and many of the people die because of the virus, in the same way, the computer virus also creates havoc and it creates deliberate damage to very critical information and data on your computer system. It badly affects your computer system and it alters its working. So the working of the computer system is completely altered because of this virus. And once a virus infects your computer system, your files, your operating systems, everything gets corrupted. Now what happens when you fall sick with the coronavirus? you fall sick, you are not able to work, and you get all sorts of different types of symptoms. You are not at your 100%, and some of them unfortunately succumb to the illness. In the same way, computer viruses also, they create a lot of problems and damage to your files, your data, your operating systems, and at times the computer crashes to such a level that you are not able to recover it back again. So this is the similarity between a normal virus that is infecting your body and a computer virus. Both cause ultimate and irreparable damage to your computer system. Now, a computer virus does not generate by chance. The programmer of a computer virus is known as a virus author, and he intentionally writes programs with the motive of damaging data or programs that are residing on the computer. So writing a program usually requires significant programming skills. So a person who is actually the virus creator, that is what is a virus? The virus is not something physical which comes and attacks, like unlike your coronavirus or any other virus. It is a computer program that is written by people to deliberately cause harm to other people. So very few viruses are harmless. There are some viruses which are harmless, but they display very simple messages, and that's all. But most of the viruses are very harmful. They destroy the data or even the entire hard disk. Virus attaches themselves to the programs and move with them from disk to disk. Now same way, like how viruses are moving from one person to the other person, in the same way computer viruses also, what they do, they attack the programs and files in your computer, and they move from one disk to another disk. That means from from one person to another person, it can, through a network, it can move around from one computer to another computer. Some viruses attach themselves to the files and they lay dormant, and when that means they don't suddenly create any havoc to inside the machine, but when a particular date or when a particular event occurs, then it triggers itself and becomes active and destroys the computer system. So one such virus is called as Friday the 13th virus. It is also called as the Jerusalem virus because it was first discovered at the University of Jerusalem in 1987. It gets activated every Friday that occurs on the 13th of the month. So if there is a combination of a date called 13th and the day is Friday, then on that day, this particular virus called as Jerusalem virus, it activates itself. Otherwise, it lies dominant. It does not attack the system. So there are multiple different types of viruses which are there circulating around, which are ready to attack your system and destroy the data. Now let us understand what are the different types of viruses that can attack your system, because virus can be of multiple different types, like how we have got human viruses and then different viruses which cause different types of illnesses to you. Corona is not the only virus which is there in the world. There are multiple different viruses which cause multiple different diseases and harms different other parts of the body. So in the same way, like how corona is infecting your lungs, that is the most important part which is getting infected. In the same way, there are other different viruses in the world which are causing harm to different types of parts of your body. So in the same way, computer viruses also are of different types. So let us look into how they are affected. What are the different types of viruses? The first type of virus is a virus which affects the file, that is called as file infector viruses. Now this is the most common type of virus. It adds a virus code to the when a virus code is added to the regular programming code, and within that program it is there. This virus resides inside the programming code. So basically the code, along with the program code, there is also this virus code which is attached by some notorious people, and then the program gets infected. So when the infected program is executed, other program files get infected, and the virus can cause irreparable damage to files which are permanently stored, deleted, and destroys the content. So a virus which infects files, that is program files inside your computer, that is called as a file infector virus. It infects all the files, and when you start using that files, then your entire system gets destroyed. The next is a boot sector virus. Now, what is the meaning of booting? Do you know that when you switch on the computer system, for some time there is some activity which goes on inside the computer, and then the operating system gets loaded and all the system files get activated, and then only the system is ready for you to work on. So this is called as the booting process. Now, there are certain viruses which attack the boot sector of the disk. That means the hard disk in which the boot programs are, that booting programs which are stored inside your computer, that boot sector is attacked, and so it attacks the startup instructions, and the file allocation tables are kept in the hard in the boot sector is the place where all the startup files are kept, the files which are needed to start your machines, that is kept in the boot sector area. And your file allocation, which part of the hard disk, which files are allocated, which are kept over there, all that is stored in the file allocation table. Now this particular virus, that is the boot sector virus, they will attack this part of the computer, and they will not attack, they are not attacking the program files, they are attacking the boot sector, and they read and load this. Every time this particular boot sector is read, then only you can start the machine. So they attack this boot sector, and the all the boot up or the startup data is deleted or destroyed. So this is evidently, this virus is very dangerous, because your machine itself cannot start or boot up because your boot sector is corrupted. So this is called as the boot sector virus. The next is executable file virus. This virus stores itself into executable files and infects other files each time you run an execute a file. That is, the program files are the files which are Word files, Excel files, these are the program files. But suppose you have a games or some other software, which is all these softwares, they have executable files, that is exe files. Now these files are needed for executing of a program. So suppose you have installed a game program, and that game, the exe file of that particular game is needed for you to run that particular program. So for example, if MS Office files are there, or any other software which you have purchased, all that comes in the form of exe files. And these executable file viruses, they will attack these particular types of exe files, so that you can't run the software at all. So each time you try to execute the program, the virus gets activated and it destroys the program. So these are called as executable file viruses. The next one is macro viruses. Now there is something called as a macro. You may be too small to understand what is a macro, but a macro is a small little mini program which is written inside an application, so that repeated steps need not be performed again and again. We can actually record our steps in the form of a macro. That is called as a macro. Now, whenever there is a macro virus, the macro will actually attack only that particular small programs, and you will not be able to use your macro programs in your application. So, for example, in Excel, I have written a macro, I have made a small little macro of repeated steps. Then if a macro virus is present on your computer, then you will not be able to, it will attack those macro files, and it will not be executed. So macro viruses infect files that are created using certain applications and programs which contain macros. So these are basically the 4 different types of viruses. That is, the program files, the viruses which infect program files, the viruses which infect executable files, the viruses which infect the boot sector or the booting up files, and the viruses which infect your macro files. So these are the 4 different types of viruses. They come under different names. We will be going into the details of many of these viruses, but these are basically the 4 different parts of the computer system that can be infected by a virus. Now let us look at what are the sources of virus. That means, from where can we get this virus? How does the virus come into our computer system? That means, like how we know that when we go out into the open without a mask or without any social distancing, or when we come in touch with droplets or an infected person, that is how we get the coronavirus, right? Everybody knows that from the past 1 year. So then how does a computer virus spread from one to the other? Okay, I am sitting at home and I am having a computer, I am working on it. Then how come a virus which is not present in my computer, how does it come and enter into my system, and how does it infect my files? So that is what we are going to understand from where are the sources from which this virus can come into your system. So the first source of computer virus is via an email. Now, email viruses are spread by files which are attached to email messages. Now you know very well that email is used to communicate from one computer to the other. That is, people send emails to one another, official emails, personal emails, and along with that email, they also sometimes send different attachments. Like some files are sent, some documents are sent, some video files, audio files, pictures, many different things are attached to an email. So you cannot get a virus from an email which contains only text messages. If the email contains only text messages, there is no way in which a virus can come. But in case when you open a file or an email which has got an attachment and that attachment contains a virus, then it spreads to your computer. And if you forward this attachment to others and they open the attachment, then their also computer gets infected. So email is the one of the sources from which viruses can enter into your system. And nowadays almost everybody has got an email account and they keep on sending messages and emails to each other with attachments. So these viruses, they find their way into these attachments, attach themselves onto them and come into your machine through the email. So this is the first source from where your machine can get infected. The next is internet downloads. Now your computer can be infected by virus if you have downloaded music, videos or any information from unknown websites over the internet which contains viruses. Now there are certain people who make these viruses and upload them onto some unknown unauthorized sites, and then they put a lot of movies, songs and pictures and things like that onto that particular site. So when you try and download some images, some music or some other movies and some like information from those type of websites which contain these viruses, then along with that download, your virus also gets downloaded into your system and it replicates itself, duplicates itself and infects your computer. And if you share those same files across with other people, then what will happen? Even their machine gets infected. So internet downloading from unauthorized sites or sites which are not reliable, then from there also you can get your computer infected. So that is why they say that we have to be very careful when you download data from the internet, especially songs, videos, images, all this we have to be very careful. They can come with the virus also. The next method is by distribution of software. Sometimes you will copy your programs or your software or some images, pictures, photos, etc. onto CD drives and pen drives. And if your computer contains a virus, or if somebody else's computer contains a virus and that person has given you a pen drive which is infected with the virus, then your computer also will get infected, or the people who share pen drives or CD drives with programs and files which are infected, they also can be a source of infection into your computer. So that is why they say whenever you put a pen drive into your system, then you have to scan the pen drive and see that there are no viruses, and if there are viruses, then it is better not to use such pen drives or CD drives onto your system, otherwise your system also gets infected. Now, so these are the three ways in which we can get our computer system infected with the virus. That is internet downloads, emails, and also passing of software, and also sometimes through internet networks there are ways in which the computer viruses can come into your system. So with that, we come to the end of today's class, and I hope you have understood what is a virus and what are the different types of viruses, that is which affects your computer system, and the different sources from which a computer can get infected with the virus. In our next classes, we will be looking at the different types of viruses which are there, and what do they do exactly to your computer system and how they affect it, and what is the methods and what are malwares and what are the ways in which we can prevent a computer virus from attacking our system. So please go through the video and understand it properly. And next time if you have any doubts regarding it, you can ask me during the live session. Thank you very much.